Hey guys, this is Nick. So I am here to do an update on my Vanguard journey. So if you guys watch my other videos, I built a ride chainless Spectral Duke deck, and I wanted to share the results after 2 weeks of testing and fooling around with it. Uh, it wins pretty well. A lot of people were pretty much caught off guard because when they saw the starting Vanguard as Criff, they just think it's a standard Gold Pal cross ride. A lot of people's Gold Paladin decks that they use today is, of course, the Chain Ride Spectral Duke. To tell you the truth, at my locals, I think only one person has a completed deck and he doesn't even use it. And everyone else just plays the cross ride, and then there's like 2 people that plays the Liberator build. But nobody really enters the tournaments with it. I don't know. So I guess it's their choice. And I'm like one of the few that always enters with a Gold Pal deck. I used to enter always with Descendant, but ever since it was frictionless, I still have the Descendant deck, and it still has 4 copies in it. I haven't had the chance to just take out the 2 cards. So from the original video I showed, I had like 12 criticals. I changed it to the standard 8 crits, 4 draws. It worked out better because when I was playing against a bunch of people, it really hurt when they were attacking me and I couldn't really guard because the deck didn't generate a lot of advantage. I was pretty much guarding with my life every time they attacked for the kill. It sucked pretty bad. So I added the 4 draws and it really evened out to make up for the minuses I'm doing to myself. Then I also want to talk a little bit about misplays. Just like in America, people in Japan do misplays. I do misplays. There was this one move I did that costed me the whole tournament. It was in the very first round, and it was single elimination. I had no idea. But this guy just attacked me. We were both like at grade 1. We didn't grade lock or anything. It was just that he decided to attack, and I have no idea why, but I decided to go ahead, just guarded, did the one to pass because he could only get 1 trigger anyway. He critted me, so I was like, oh, okay, well, whatever. I lost a 10k shield. It's all good. Then at the pinnacle of the final turn, since I was going to take that damage anyway, I would have had that 10k shield in my hand, and I could have done a 2 to pass instead of 1 and not die. So that was my misplay. And then I got eliminated because it was a single elimination. Kind of sucked. But this deck I really wanted to make was Blau Break Ride. You know, Stern Blaukuger is the card where he's a grade 3 for the chain ride, and if he attacks and hits, you can discard 2 Nova Grapplers and he'll stand back up, plus the card behind him would stand, and he'll lose Twin Drive. Well, I wanted to combo that in with the Break Ride because I've been, fooling around with Spectral Duke and Break Rides, so I wanted to build a chainless Nova Grappler deck as well. And the misplay I saw was, you never let Blau in, just don't do it. Because with the Break Ride, it's to help you get the break to get it in, but it's to mainly punish your opponents for their stupid not guarding it. Because the Break Ride allows your Vanguard to gain a new ability where when he attacks, you can stand the 2 units in the front row. So what happened was this. The guy was like, I attack, Break Ride's effect, these 2 stand, breaks through, I discard, 2 Nova Grapplers, and then he stands back up, he attacks. The 2 Nova Grapplers that were rested in your front row would restand because the Break Ride effect is still active. And I saw this guy. This was in the finals too, and it was Nova Grapplers versus Bermuda Triangle. It was the most painful thing ever. The Bermuda Triangle player just decided, I don't know what he was thinking. He guarded the rear guards, then he lit the Blau in, and he wasn't thinking much of it, and then he died. Shouldn't have done that. So that's a neat little combo, though. It's the Break Ride for Blau because you can keep on standing your front rows. Plus, the guy had Death Armies in the back row, so he revealed with like 1 grade 3. Boom, these 2 would stand. and then Blau would stand, and then he attacks, these two would stand. You have full powered columns again. Although your Vanguard only does one drive check, which is fine. That's why I even play Duke, because he only does one drive check. But I like Duke a little bit better because he doesn't have to hit. So that was the misplay I saw. And then I saw another one where Angel Feathers. This Angel Feather guy was pretty boss. He set up the perfect field. He was using, I think it's called Metatron. I don't know if that's how you pronounce the name, but that's what I call it. It's the limit break where you can send 2 cards from the field to the damage zone and vice versa. You send the 2 cards from the damage zone to the field. What you try to do is get a here's the play zone. What you try to do, so let's say this is Metatron. Your back row could be, I guess technically this could be anything, but you want like 2 of the ponies or whatever you want. Mainly, yeah, you gotta have the ponies here, and then you gotta have. There's this one. It's an old card. I think it's in set 6, where when you play it, you can swap cards and whatnot, and then whatever. The key component would be the damage card, where when you play it, you counter blast and damage yourself. This would pump the cards. You even though you only play as a rear guard, it's done. You can use Metatron's effect, put it to the damage zone, and then recall the same stuff. Like you can say, oh, I'm gonna use Metatron's effect, send these 2, and then call these 2 back. So he kept on comboing it all. Plus the card I was talking about, that I think it's No Soul, or I don't know how to say its name, but it's the grade 2 8K. When it's played to the field, you can switch cards, and he just kept on sending the damage card, the card that damages yourself, and this No Soul to the damage zone to the field. And he kept on doing that. He had a pretty boss field. He had total control. The pony column kept on attacking for high numbers. Plus, if a pony died, he would just grab one out of the damage zone. If either it was one, or he'll just play one from his hand. He was playing against Gold Paladin, the Cross-Ride Ezel. And the Cross-Ride Ezel guy was at 4 damage for almost the entire game. He did the successful Cross-Ride. He superior rode to Ezel, and then he Cross-Ride. And he was just there. And the Angel Feather guy, he was thinking, his brain was on, and he wasn't giving him the 5th damage. Every time he attacked him, he made sure the Vanguard was swinging in to do the kill shot. And the Gold Paladin just kept on blocking because of the advantage he kept on getting. Then the Angel Feather guy got frustrated and gave him the 5th damage, and he got screwed. Ezel used his ultimate break and attacked, and Angel Feather guy couldn't do anything about it. That was a pretty bad play that I saw. I don't know what the hell that guy was thinking. He had total control of the field, and he just gave it up. So, enough of that rambling. So overall, the deck, the Spectral Duke chain, right chain, without the right chain, it does pretty well. But then I also decided to go ahead and try out the chain ride. So I want to I'll show you the deck. So starting Vanguard is grade 0 Mortimer. Triggered lineup standard 8 crits, 4 draws, 4 heals. I'm using this just to get the effect off if I superior call it. The only reason why I want to try out the triggers, try out the Mortimer, is because I want to see what it's like on getting the effects off, because Spectral Duke will never get his effect off on the superior call, and the break ride card's not out yet, so I can't really play with that. So, but the grade 1 lineup, because a lot of people in Japan play it, I decided to give it a shot, is the card that's self-damage, and it's been working out pretty good. I like what it does. It sets up, you can do your limit break early and stuff, whatever. So I'm gonna use 4 of this. It's a pretty standard grade 1 lineup. This is that I use this. Some people use it in Drain, but I decided to use the self-damage. And then 4 perfects. Grade 2 lineup, just to be cool, because I asked my students to help me build this deck too, because they're a big Spectral Duke Ran fan. They told me to put in Blaster Dark Spirit in, so I have one right here. I'm gonna try to get Blaster Blade Spirit. Didn't tell you the truth, this card was so hard to get, man. I tried to get more, and the shop, they only had the SPs, and SPs is like $10. I don't want to throw $10 down, so I just went and bought packs, and mainly to get this also. I have no idea why, but Gold Paladin common cards are like the hardest thing to get ever. It's not easy. So I bought a bunch of the extra booster just to pull this. And I bought like 4 or 5 packs, and I only got like 2 of these. The other 2 I had to just... No, how did I get the other 2? I don't know. All I know is that it was a pain in the butt. So I bought a bunch of packs, and because of that, I pulled this awesome card. Pendragon, yeah. You know what, though? I actually like the Japanese foiling a lot better, so it makes it a little bit more cool, I guess. And then, what is this? It's not an extra booster. Oh, it's a promo. It's one of the promos I got at the tournament. But, man, I had to go through so much crap. Look at that. So much crap. I don't even know what to do with these. Grade 2 lineups is standard. 4 of the Voldemort. 4 10K vanillas. I use Bowman just because it's a more classic look. And 2 Vivians. Grade 3 line. Oh, and then of course 1 Buster. And the grade 3 lineup is 4 Gancelots for the break ride. It still ends games. If you use Gancelot and break ride with Special Duke, you should win that game. I don't know, unless your opponent literally does have like 20 cards in their hand. I have 3 Dukes. Dukes are pretty expensive. They're like $9 to $10, so I would run the 4th, but I don't have it because I don't want to throw down the cash right now. And then 1 Ezel as a placeholder. Plus, you know, Ezel's a cool card anyway, and it works well with Gancelot. I entered a tournament with it just to give it a shot. This only went through 1 tournament compared to the regular build I showed, and it didn't do well compared. Probably because I was just fooling around. I had no idea what to do. I was just doing whatever. You know, if I had a good hand, I just played it out. I only went like 3 rounds. First round, I lost. I had to break the chain ride. I rode this. This is why I don't really like 6Ks. I don't like running. I don't know. It sucks. Because when you ride this or this, they punish you for it, as they should. I lost that pretty fast, and then I didn't get the break ride off. Anything. I had to ride Gancelot, and I just stayed at Gancelot. It was pretty bad. Then round 2, I got full chain ride off, except that instead of riding Spectral Duke the full chain effect off, I rode Gancelot first, and then Spectral Duke, so I didn't get the effect off for it anyway. I won that game though because the break ride is too good. And then the game 3, I just died. It was against Descendant, and Descendant Eradicator is still a pretty mean deck. Even at 2, it still gets the job done. And that's my rant/blog of the day. Alright, later.